Matt here with Mobile Solar Consulting. Today we're working on a Ford Transit. We're going to be removing the MaxxAir Fan and inserting a 12-volt air conditioner in its place. We're going to put all the links of the products we use in the description, and we're going to show you how we do it. So first we have to figure out which air conditioner we're going to use. The biggest concern in this case is the space available on the roof. So we removed the MaxxAir Fan, and we also shrunk the roof rack a little bit. So there was a double thick 15 series 80/20 bar here, but the back end of it was unused. So we just removed it and put a single thick bar. It saved us 1.5 inches of space. So now we have about 3 inches in front of the foam gasket. And then realistically, we could move these panels forward if we need to, but we're trying to avoid that if we can, because that's going to take quite a lot of time. The way this roof rack is constructed, we'd have to take apart like the whole thing pretty much just to push these panels forward a few inches. But anyway, our bigger concern is in the rear here. We don't have a lot of room in the rear because this MaxxAir Fan was installed at the rearmost position of the Transit. So we only have about 10 inches of roof space until that AC would be hanging off the back. So in total, we've got the whole width of the van, which is about 60 inches. So we're not gonna run into any problem in terms of width, but we only have 29 inches in total length for the AC, 3 of which is in front of the 14x14 cutout, and 10 of which is behind. So we want to make sure our air conditioner fits in that space. The 2 options that do fit are the Dometic RTX, which is 25.5 inches front to back and 33 7/8 side to side, or the Velvet 2000R Mini, which is 26.5 front to back and 26 side to side. For reference, the MaxxAir Fan is 23 inches front to back and 16 inches wide. Starting with the Dometic RTX, the unit itself is $2,400, and they're asking $700 for all the materials that you'd need to install it, such as wiring and the mounting brackets and such. It's only giving us 6,800 BTUs as an air conditioner, so not my favorite option. The Velvet 2000R Mini is 7,500 BTUs, and it's $1,680, and that includes all the brackets and stuff that we need to mount it, and it includes the wiring harness as well. So definitely preferring the Velvet Mini, since that actually fits the space and provides the cooling power we need. Now, if space wasn't a concern, we usually just use the Velvet 2000R, which has a bit more cooling power, or the Velvet 3000R, or even the underbench unit. But in this smaller sized van, the underbench unit is going to take away valuable space from them. We don't want to do that, and there's no way we could fit anything else on the roof. So we're going to go with the 2000R Mini. So now that we've chosen which air conditioner we want, let's talk about how we're going to go about installing it. So first things first, we did unscrew all the screws for the MaxxAir Fan and scraped away all the excess sealant. Now, normally we'll take the foam gasket that's included with the Velvet, and we will just shave away sections in the middle, in the front and back, to match the layout of the ribs of the van so that it can sit lower in the side channels here. In this case, we did not have to do that cutting of the foam gasket because this customer had a shim plate installed. You can kind of see it's very thin, but it takes the curve of the roof and turns it into a flat surface so that the MaxxAir mounts to a nice flat surface. So we left that gasket there, and we just sealed around and over top of it so that when we put on the foam gasket, it'll just compress and seal against that existing base plate. So now we're just gonna drop the AC unit in its place. We're going to connect our wire harness, which Velvet includes. It comes with an Anderson connector on the end. Velvet includes all of the mounting brackets that you need. So it comes with the kind of interior bars that are used to hold the AC in your van. You'll want to make sure you set those on some plastic or wood to shim them off of the sheet metal of your van. That'll keep it nice and quiet as well. But ultimately, all those parts are included. Mounting is going to be different for every van, but we've never found it to be the hard part. The hard part is really running your wires through the van when you're installing an AC in a van that's already been built. It already has walls and ceilings. This van is really well built and there's a lot of framing behind the walls. So we were not able to fish the wires through the back of her cabinets and then down into her power station area on her driver's side. But what we did do was come back a few inches from the fan into the bulkhead area and then down along the bulkhead, and then we'll go forwards with the wires from there and connect them to our Victron Lynx distributor. Velvet includes the fuse that we need as well. So on the negative end of the wire harness, this will just connect right to the negative bus bar on the Lynx distributor. And on the positive side, we are gonna use this fuse to then connect to the Smart Battery Protect. And then we'll run the Smart Battery Protect to the Lynx distributor. And the purpose of that is just to prevent you from draining your battery absolutely to zero using your air conditioner. It's gonna reserve a little bit of energy in the tank for your essentials, like your lighting, maybe charging your phone, and maybe keeping your fridge cold. So for just about any rooftop 12-volt air conditioner, it's a pretty similar process, so now you know how to do it. If you're trying to select the right air conditioner to fit a tight space, like the replacement of a MaxxAir Fan, the Vela 2000R Mini is definitely a good one to look at. And you can pick one up at the link in our description.